Hey everyone, this is Larilyn with House of Appliqué Design. Thanks for tuning into the channel today. For those of you that are new, this channel is all about sewing, pattern making, embroidery, designing garments primarily, and basically just sharing my love of sewing on my retirement journey. This will be my new gig in retirement, guys. So what am I working on today? I have this cute little jacket here. It's like a size 3T for a little person. I have everything marked out with the center of where my applique design is going to be. I have this little fabric here that's already backed with the iron-on stabilizer. I will be using my Durkee frame for the Brother PRS 100 machine, and I already have that preloaded with the stabilizer. You will need a pair of scissors or snips to be able to snip your jump stitches there if you have any, and I have my 505 spray. So let's go over to the machine and I'll show you the design that I'll be working on. Okay, so this is the machine. This is the Brother PRS 100. I have everything pre-threaded already. I decided to keep things simple with this design and go with one embroidery thread. This is a single needle machine, but it does have commercial capabilities because it does have this free arm here so that you could easily do your t-shirts, you know, pant leg and arm, a sleeve. There's just a lot of simple things for the cost. I think you get a lot of bang for your buck. And I've been using this machine for at least a good 2 years now, and I love it. So if you look at the screen, I have a little nickname, Keem. It's K-E-E-M, that's listed here. That's gonna be the embroidery design. The height, it's going to be 2.51 inches and a length of about 7.08 inches. And I'll show you on the jacket how I actually measured that out so that everything's nice and centered. It's about 9,000 stitches, 9105 to be exact, and it's about 20 minutes to stitch this out. So what I'm going to do is to take the design, I'm going to load it up and then let you see how I put it on the machine before I get started. Okay, so what I like to do first is take my 505 spray and just spray a little bit onto my sticky stabilizer. You really don't need it, but it's just fail-safe to help, you know, it from moving. And then I just lay the jacket on top and move it down just a little bit because I do have everything pre-marked. And you don't really have to mark your jacket. There is a laser on this machine that actually does a practice stitch out for you. So to get an idea, visualizing, I've taken my measurements. This is about from corner to corner, about a little less than 9 1/4. So if I folded that in half, I'm right at about 4 3/4 in the center, which lines up with the center of the hoodie, if you can kind of see that. That's my center mark. So that's kind of my guideline. And then the name of the applique, it's about, again, because it's a little person, it's about 2.5 inches wide for the name. And then I have it going across about roughly 7 inches. So I think that's really good placement. I'll probably have maybe about 1.25 inches on each side of the design once it's done. So I'm going to take this over to the machine and show you how I load this Durkee frame on to the machine. Okay, so I'm going to take these two little pieces here, and you've got two little black circle wheels in the back, if you can kind of see those underneath back in here. What I do is slide this underneath those little wheels and it latches, and then you just tighten those up, or bolts, whatever suits your fancy. All right, so once that's nice and snug, I want to make sure all that extra fabric or bulk, it's out of the way so nothing gets caught. And if you see closely here, this is the laser, the little red laser here. Let's get a little closer. You can kind of see that there. This is going to do the trace out or the stitch out feature so that you can determine if you like the placement of where your embroidery is going to be. All right, so let's hit unlock here on our screen. And we're gonna do a test stitch right here. So it starts here, comes down here, and that's roughly right on that line where I wanted that to be. Up there, there, and there. So it's pretty much close. I think, again, it's such a tiny shirt This machine can also resize the stitching on screen. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and resize it just a tiny bit smaller. So what I do is go into the screen, and you have the option to increase the size of the entire wording, decrease the sizing of the entire wording, everything all at once, or you can decide to just decrease the height, or you can decrease the width. You know, you have those options. So I'm just gonna go in, and I think I'm gonna just take everything in just a tad. So you can clearly see on screen that that 2.51 inches in height has gone down to 2.46. So I think I'm gonna go in just once more. So I've taken everything in, decreasing both height as well as width together at the same time. So let's go back and we'll hit embroidery, and let's do a test out again. So that's coming a little bit more. I think I'm a little happier with that. And that's kind of right on that line there, and there, there, and there. So I think I'm happier with where we are here. That's good. That's good. So now that I have my placement where I want it to be with applique, the first stitch is usually just a placement stitch to kind of let you get an idea of where the stitches are going to be for you to basically place your fabric once you get started. So here we go. And this is that placement stitch. Okay, so now that we have our idea of where we want those stitches to be and the placement, everything's been tested, I'm gonna go ahead and hit start. I have adjusted this design originally in the applique where you had multiple different colors down to one color to keep it simple. And because the colors on this jacket are just the black, the orangey tangerine color, and the beige, I thought it would just be a nice cleaner look to go with just an ivory to keep it simple. So that's why you only see one color here, and the design in terms of the practice stitches and all of that is kind of irrelevant for this particular design because it's one color. So let's hit unlock and let's go to start. Kind of see up close what that initial stitch looks like. So that was our basically knockdown stitch, I think it's what it's called.